My name is Chad Alexander, and sometimes I go places.
I don't think there's any blinkers on this thing either. I legitimately think there's no traffic laws.
There are traffic laws, but we don't know them.
Today we're in Barcelona exploring the sunny Catalan coast with my mom and my sister, neither who have been across the ocean before.
Also, we just ordered our second bottle of wine, so we're feeling pretty good right now.
Join us as we explore an ancient monastery, see a flamenco show, and much more. Welcome to Barcelona.
Good morning from Barcelona, Spain. We actually got in last night and we took a minute to explore the area, but this morning the first thing we want to do is actually go visit Montserrat, which is a sanctuary on top of Montserrat mountain, and to get there it's about a 1-hour train ride. So we have to go all the way up there.
I'm ready.
So in order to get to the top of Montserrat mountain, you can either take a train or you can take a cable car. And today we're gonna try the latter. So we have to go all the way up there. Right, that's where the monastery is, all the way up there. It's about 1,800 meters up. So I don't know a whole lot about the monastery, but I do know that it was built in, I think, like the 9th century. In the 1800s, they celebrated their 1,000 year anniversary. So this thing is pretty old. And I think once we get to the top, we should be able to see all of Barcelona and all of the Catalonian coast. One of the most interesting things about these mountains is the shape. And Montserrat actually means, in the native language, serrated mountain. Christina, if you didn't have to go to the bathroom, we would have been in that cable car all the way up there.
What?
We missed it.
Yeah.
This might be one of my first times ever taking a cable car, honestly. When? Apparently I took a cable car ride whenever I was 4. And immediately, as soon as you step off the cable car, take a look at this view. The first place we want to go to is the actual monastery. I don't have any expectations. I have no idea what it's like, but I do know that it is a actual still practicing monastery. There are still monks there. There's typically like upwards to 80 monks that are actually practicing here. So it's a real monastery. Christine, what do you think so far?
It's really cool looking. I didn't know there's a whole town up here.
Neither did I. It's not just a monastery. It's full of like restaurants and hotels, but it also feels very protected. It doesn't feel like you're hit in the face with like a Burger King, right? I guess the water coming down from these mountains are so clean you can just drink straight from it. There's literally shit in here.
Ugh. Oh my god, there is.
Alright.
Sure it's drinkable?
Tastes like normal water. Tastes really good. You want to try some?
Yeah.
Oh no, that sign says don't drink.
Why would they be filling up their water bottles?
I don't actually know if the water is coming from that stream right there, but it really does seem like it. So we've come at a specific time because we wanted to see the boys choir, which is every afternoon. Christine, are you excited for the boys choir?
Very excited.
So we just got finished watching the boys choir, which I thought was pretty cool. Christine, what do you think?
Yeah, it was really cool sounding.
Are you going to go to their world tour in New York?
Yeah, they're coming to the US in November.
So it's a little bit later, it's almost evening time, and I think we're going to try to find a rooftop bar somewhere here in Barcelona. Everyone I've talked to has recommended it, and we found a few options. They're probably going to be very busy, but we're going to try our best. So we sat down at this restaurant right outside the plaza where this Barcelona Cathedral is. And earlier we tried to go to a rooftop bar right across the street. And each glass of wine was $14, which is crazy considering the fact that the entire time we've been in Spain, glasses of wine have been anywhere from $2.50 to like €5 max. And so we came back down here on the plaza and got a drink. Mom, what do you think about cheap wine?
Favorite. I'm really liking it a lot.
Huh? Cheers.
I think that clip was the thesis of this trip. You are wine drunk. She has no idea what's going on. And I'm just sitting here stuck between them two, trying to navigate where we're going to go next so they don't yell at me. I think Barcelona might be my favorite city in Spain. Christine, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but Madrid was like, I don't know, tight and like small and compact and stuff, and it was cool. But Barcelona is like spread out and like the same thing, but like more almost.
So I think Barcelona is a lot more focused on tourism, at least where we are in the old city, whereas Madrid is a capital. I mean, it's a real, I mean, people are living and working there, and I know people are doing that here in Barcelona, but where we are, really not as much. I mean, like, this is really tourism focused, so everything caters to tourism.
And I like how it's close to like the Mediterranean, and like there's things to do around it.
So we just stepped into this restaurant right off the plaza for dinner, maybe just some tapas, and we ordered some crispy goat cheese, I think.
Let me show you the exact thing. Crispy goat cheese disc with fig jam. So I'm assuming it's just like fried goat cheese with some fig jam.
Also, we just ordered our second bottle of wine, so we're feeling pretty good right now. And we might actually go to a flamenco show after this because it's downstairs, but that's to be determined.
I'm putting some fig jam on here. Oh my god. If you like goat cheese, you'll love it.
Crispy goat cheese and fig jam. That is so good. What is the name of this restaurant?
Right here.
L. Is there 3 R's? Parigua.
Really good.
Very good. Gracias. So this is our first experience at a flamenco show. Mom's very excited.
So cool.
And it's kind of cool because it's underground underneath this restaurant, and this was completely like out of the whim. Like, we did not plan to come here. We just kind of stumbled upon it.
We just saw this restaurant, and then they were like, do you want to go to the flamenco show? And we're like, yeah.
So that was our first time ever seeing a flamenco show.
You could tell how like much it took out of them. They were like dripping in sweat.
I know, they were dripping in sweat by the end. The talent is crazy.
It was like a mix of tap dancing and like salsa. I'm nervous.
Muy bien, perfecto.
It's another beautiful day here in Barcelona. This is our second full day. And we just arrived to the Sagrada Familia, which is one of the most famous buildings in the entire city. We've got that massive crane up there at the top, and then some construction wrapping around the right pillar. The Sagrada Familia is the largest unfinished Catholic church in the world and is arguably the defining feature of the city of Barcelona.
I was saying how I can't believe a building can look that cool.
We're going to the small town of Sitches, which is about an hour west of Barcelona. It's just a small coastal town with a lot of history. We're actually going to be taking the subway since we have pretty much learned how to use the subways since we arrived here in Spain. They're not terribly difficult, but I'm from somewhere where subways aren't a huge thing, but we feel pretty confident, so we will head that way. Alright, finally made it to Sitches. So we just arrived to Sitges and we only got on the wrong train one time. So it took about an hour and 10 minutes to get here. But already the weather is perfect, it's hot, and the water looks really, really pretty. So that's where we're going now. We're gonna try to find a drink, maybe something to eat, and explore the town a little bit.
I love it. I wish we could like spend more time here. Look at the people.
Some of the Europeans sunbathe a little differently than we do in the United States. Some of them are missing some clothes. But I guess that's just part of being in Europe.
Well, it's actually not bad.
Christine, try it.
Just a little strong, but it's not bad.
This is like really, really sweet. It's okay though.
I like drinking darker beer, and apparently no one else does. Christine's drink tastes like medicine, apparently.
I think this is definitely pomegranate. Very sweet.
What does it mean when it tastes like medicine?
I don't know.
I think got all the syrup on the bottom.
Oh,
I got all the sex and none of the beach. I think the paper straw really enhances the flavor. I like it though, it's good.
It is good.
That's the kind of drink you want on a beach,
Yeah.
for sure. The town of Sitges has been here for a very long time. It's been here since like the 1st century BC, and it was actually absorbed by the Roman empires. But this town has kind of served for Spain as like a counterculture city and a hot spot for summer vacations for people living in Barcelona. But the town is really known for its art, and it's kind of been called Ibiza miniature, and has like thousands of hotels. I mean, the entire town is funded by tourism, and it's not easy to see why, because this place is beautiful. And we're sitting here out on this restaurant right next to the ocean, like 50 feet up, and it's just nothing but blue sky and blue water. We came down to this bar called Vivero. I highly recommend it, it's really good. We're at this plaza in the middle of the Gothic quarter, and we're trying to find a restaurant, and we've started out one corner and we're doing a loop around the entire thing. There's like 25 restaurants. We're going up to each menu, I guess trying to find the perfect place.
Maybe
How many menus have we checked? How many restaurants have we been to in the square?
No, like more than that, like 5 or 6.
So this is our last night in Spain, in Barcelona, before we head back to the United States, and I feel like it's worth my time to give a review real quick of not just Barcelona, but of the entire country. Madrid, we first went to Madrid, and Madrid was probably the least interesting of all the places we've been to. Like, it's just a really big city. There's good food, good culture, but it didn't feel as catering to tourists, which is fine, but probably just the least interesting overall. Seville was probably, I don't think Seville was the most interesting. It might have been tied for Barcelona. I feel like that is a pretty common debate.
I'm voting Barcelona and Seville as a tie, and Madrid second.
Seville was definitely the most low-key. It was very easy to find good restaurants and good food. It had a very deep culture. It was the most walkable by far. And it also felt very friendly. But on the other hand, Barcelona is definitely the prettiest. There's beautiful oceans, beautiful mountains, beautiful homes and hotels. It's a little bit harder to find authentic food that I guess you can just kind of walk up to and grab a table. Maybe because the city's just so big or because there's a lot of people.
Seville, all-time favorite, hands down. I loved it. I loved the quaint little town, the people, the culture, the walkable, just everything about Seville. I just loved it. I would go back in a heartbeat. I like Barcelona too, but definitely Seville.
Barcelona overall has been my favorite, and if I were to come back, I think we all agreed that instead of flying to Madrid, we would actually fly to Barcelona, because this city is really magical, and I can see why so many people recommend this place. It's one of the most visited cities for tourism in the entire world, if not maybe the most. But like I said, we're flying back home tomorrow, so if you've watched this far in the video and in the series, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and stay tuned because we're going to more countries in the very near future.